It is the Ball Boys. We are back. Dave is here. I am
I'm
Eddie.
here. I'm here. He's Eddie.
We are going to talk about what has become quite a compelling NBA Finals that is now 2-2. The Oklahoma City Thunder pulling one out of the fire last night. Dad, can I start?
Yeah,
I think Indiana blew it last night. I think they blew their chance.
possibly. I mean, hey, give OKC credit, man.
Yeah,
They
totally.
they came back, and I thought that game was over, to be honest with you. But
That's what I mean. That's what I mean, Dad. Like,
yeah, I know. Like the way they came back, though. Yeah, I mean, I'm happy that it's 2-2. I want this to go 7. This has been a great series, Eddie.
been a great
Really
series. High level
fantastic.
basketball. We were talking about it last night. The defense is just, and the shot making. I mean, like in the first
Oh,
half, like that was some of the best defense I've ever seen. And Indiana was still like scoring.
yeah, I know.
um, yeah, no, it's been great. It's been fun to watch. I'm actually happy too. I want the Pacers to win because I don't know why not.
I want OKC to win because I picked them at the beginning of the
Well,
year. So
you and everybody and their brother. You know what I mean? Like,
no, but I did. I picked them. I was right, pretty much.
yeah, but I mean, like who is that horse that with the greatest? Oh, Secretariat.
Secretariat.
Like you're not a horse genius if you put 50 on Secretariat to win the Kentucky Derby. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, you're right. You did pick them to win.
So I'm sticking with that.
I think you were always higher on them throughout the year. But yeah, I just,
Hey, what I love about the Pacers is man, their defense is equally as swarming. Like
well, yeah. But
I
but last night they had that game, Dad,
I
and like
know.
you're up 2-1 in the series.
Yep.
You're on your home court. You're up. I think they were up 7 with like midway through the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
Like that's when you got to look around and go, like, this is it. This is our chance. The Raptors did that in 2019 against Golden State
Yep.
when they split the first 2 games in Toronto, and then they won game 3.
Yep.
And then we're all like, oh my God, they took a 2-1 lead. This is great.
Yep.
They got their split. Let's go back 2-2. And then they kicked their ass in game 4 again.
Yeah.
There was a moment in the fourth quarter where they were like, you know what? Fuck it. Let's just go win this game too.
Yeah.
And completely and shut the door on the series. And then once they were up 3-1, that was it.
Yeah.
And people say, oh, Clay got hurt. I don't want to talk about that series, whatever. But
Yeah.
that was their chance on your home
Yeah.
court, up 7 with 6 minutes to go, or however much it was. It's just tough. It's just tough to blow that game. I don't think the series is over by any means, but
No.
I do feel like they blew an opportunity last night to really take control.
Yeah. And then now OKC has possibly 2 games out on their home court if it
They
goes
do have
7.
2 games.
If it goes 7.
Well, yeah, yeah,
But
yeah. They have 3 on their home court, which
yeah,
I
on their home
mean,
court, which could help. I don't know, but I think hey, listen, this is it could go either way, Eddie. I mean, really,
well, I mean,
don't
yeah,
know.
it could. Shea was fantastic last night for
He was
OKC.
fantastic.
35 points, got to the line, didn't panic. I thought Holmgren played well, especially defensively, had some plays. And then Alex Caruso
Oh my God,
is a
he's
godsend
fantastic.
for that. He's their savior.
Yeah, yeah,
And he had 20 big points in some moments where it kind of looked like things might slip away a little bit,
yeah,
and they looked a little unorganized. And Caruso made some big plays attacking the basket. And Jalen Williams, man, he
yeah,
really like that guy. 27 points last night. He was 8 for 18 from the field, 11 from the free throw line, and like he was attacking the fucking basket, man.
yeah.
And
Oh, he goes downhill so great.
yeah, and like I've always been skeptical about Jalen. It's kind of the same attitude I've had with the team all year. Like you got to show me first, man.
Yeah,
But he's been playing really, really well this postseason.
yes, he
I mean,
has.
taking that step up, and like he's a legitimate number 2 guy on a title
I
team.
was going to say, like, he's Scottie Pippen to Shea's Michael Jordan. Like those 2 guys are in sync, and they're playing great basketball. It's interesting, like in the series so far. In game 1, I thought was brilliant, just brilliant. And even though they lost, right? In game 2, he's scoring, but I thought that his efficiency was really bad in games 2 and 3. He took a lot of shots to get what he got. And then last night, he was back to being very efficient. So
Yeah,
in those 2 games, when he's efficient, there's no stopping him.
yeah, and when it's when he gets to the free throw line, man. Like that's
Yeah,
like he's like great. You go back down the line, all great scorers, they get to the line. Like it's just like
Yeah.
it's. I mean, you look at any great scorer. Kobe went to the line. Michael got fouled
Michael.
because it's like it's 10 free points,
Yeah.
right? Like they like seriously, like yeah, you average 33 points a game for the season, but you're shooting 11 free throws a night, and
Right.
you're hitting 10 of them, right?
Right.
That's just like 10 easy points right there, right? That's the difference between a good scorer and a great scorer. And Shea, like big picture, where is he on your list of like scoring guards, kind of great scoring guards? Because I mean, like this season is up there with like any of
Oh.
Kobe's best seasons.
Oh yeah. Oh,
It's up there with
absolutely.
any of MJ's best seasons. I'm not saying
Yeah.
that he's as good as those guys, not in, but I'm just saying that like the stats and like if he wins Finals MVP and the MVP and the scoring title,
Hmm.
like
Yeah.
that's like some high level shit right there, man.
Yeah, I know. I know. Hey, listen, and he deserves it because listen, man, that he is so silky smooth.
Oh
I
yeah,
love watching him play. Like he's effortless. He makes it look so easy
yeah.
when it's
Robinson
not.
Cano, baby.
Oh, what's that?
Robinson. Whenever we talk about a guy like that, Robinson Cano, the best. He the Robin. We always talk about this. The best second baseman I've ever seen because he was
Oh
so
yeah,
effortless.
Robbie Cano. Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
Like that's what I always think of when I think of guys like that. That is just you watch them play and it looks like they're not even trying.
Yeah.
And like it takes a special kind of athlete to be able to pull that off in person.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
always just think of Robinson Cano as that example, the
Yeah.
great second
That's a good
baseman.
one.
But yeah, no, you're right. He's so smooth. And he's so physical. He's not the biggest, strongest guy, but he knows how to use his physicality and kind of work off guys. Like he's got some Iverson in him in that way. Like
Hmm.
just the body control and to be able to feel the defender and create space around the basket and finish
Yeah.
against
Yeah.
bigger guys. Like he can finish with both hands. He's
Yep.
long. It's
He
just
can hit threes.
he can finish, man. Like that
Oh
guy,
yeah.
he's a magician around the basket. So
Yeah.
anyway, yeah, he's been fantastic. This whole team, like,
Yeah.
but again, it's 2-2. The whole team, like, and I'll be honest, like, they've been struggling a little bit more in this series than I expected them to.
Yeah.
Like, I
I'll
picked
tell
them
you
to
a
win in
reason
five.
why. I'll tell you a reason why. It's because Indiana's defense has been swarming Shea every time he touches the ball, and so they've really had to rethink how they run the offense through Shea now, and they've changed it up a bit because of the fact that it was too predictable, and she was turning the ball over. There was a lot of turnovers lately in OKC's game. I think it was 19 or 16 or 19 turnovers the other night. So I mean that's not a good thing.
Well, yeah. Well,
So
and the other thing too is that I want to read you something here. We could all season and all playoffs. We've been saying they're so deep. They go 10 deep. They got all these guys that can come in and they're ready to play. Well, last night, okay, Holmgren, Williams, Hardenstein, Gilgeous-Alexander, and Dort. Those were the five starters. Caruso was the sixth man. He played 32 minutes, 20 points. Okay. Their
yep,
seventh man, Kason Wallace, 18 minutes, 2 points. He was 1 for 5. And then Kenrich Williams played 11 minutes and then Aaron Wiggins played 8. So basically, like that depth that we were talking about, it's down to
yeah,
6 guys,
yep,
and that's what the finals is. That's what happens. Like it's
yeah,
almost like a great sci-fi movie. Like think about like you think about a sci-fi movie where it's like everybody's stranded and like one by one they just keep they're all getting picked off. Like
Alien.
Alien, perfect, or Jurassic Park, or something, right? Where it's just one by one the groups just kind of getting smaller. That's like a
Yep.
bench in the NBA postseason. Like
Yeah,
it's like the ship on Alien. It's just one by one.
yeah,
They're just getting picked off
yep,
until it's just Sigourney Weaver. And that's like, look, I mean, yeah, like they got 6 guys now. It's like, all
yeah,
right, fuck it. This whole depth thing. Who are my horses? And let's fucking go. Let's go to
yeah,
battle. And
yeah.
on the Pacers
Well,
side, we haven't talked about.
yeah, you're right because the Indiana's bench has outplayed them in this series, most definitely, and there's a couple of reasons for that.
Well, even their
One,
bench, man. I mean, like
PJ
McCollum.
McConnell, number one,
Yeah, but he's so hit and miss. And like Ben Mathurin
and
was. Yeah, he
Matherin
was
scored
awful last
27
night.
tonight. Oh, he was awful last
He
night.
was awful last
He
night.
was. He was. He
And
only had 5 or something like
well,
that.
and in the fourth quarter, like when Obi Toppin fouled out
Yeah.
and he had to come into the game,
Yeah.
like he lost his mind. I don't know what the fuck he was doing. Turned the ball.
Yeah.
He missed 4 free throws or three.
Yeah.
Sorry, 3 free throws in a row. Stupid fouls.
Yeah.
Turned the ball over. Like it's like, what is this guy doing?
Yeah.
So Like
Hey,
again,
listen, I still love Benedict Mathurin. I really
I
do.
get it. I get it. But I'm just saying, like, again, like, if you're going into a game five, if you're Carlisle, like, you got Siakam, Neesmith, Turner, Halliburton, Nemhard, and then Obi Toppin as your sixth man.
Yeah. And
Like,
then like, they're in the same boat as
yeah,
OKC. They're kind
exactly,
of like
exactly.
six or
Because then you're like, okay, TJ McConnell, Ben Matherin, like, I mean, like, it's, as this, as this, if,
seven deep, maybe 7 or 8 deep,
yeah,
maybe
well,
seven.
I'd say 6.5, and you're hoping one of those two other guys, but you
Yeah.
steal some minutes. But basically, you're going with six guys. It's like these
Yeah.
are, and I
Obi
want to talk about
Toppin, by
Tyrese
the way,
Halliburton a little bit because
Obi's been really great, by the
Obi
way.
was great. 17 points last night, 7 boards. He played really good defense, fouled out. But like look, the Ben Matherin stuff in the last minute, the game was pretty much over anyway.
Yeah.
But he definitely he didn't help. Let's put it that way. Tyrese Halliburton, 18 points, 7 assists. You 7 for 15. But like he's just getting mauled, man. Like
Yeah.
it's tough. And I don't think it was his fault they lost. I think Miles Turner is
Miles
like
Turner has disappeared, man. Like,
yeah, he's got to fucking hit because he's got to take them.
yeah.
There's shots that he's been hitting all year,
Yeah. I
and
mean, he was a very good 3-point shooter all season long, and all of a sudden, boom, he can't hit the side of a barn. He's
yeah,
like
he's got it. But
Palacio.
Bill Palacio, I mean, yeah, dude, like, look, he's got to step up and hit some fucking shots because
Yeah.
like they're gonna leave him open. He's got to take them, and he's been hitting them all year.
Speaking of disappearing centers, Hardenstein has really
Well,
not
that's the thing too. Yeah,
played well on OKC. Like he's I don't know what's going on, but he hasn't
I think
gotten
it's
the
a bad
minutes.
matchup
Number
for him.
one,
It's a bad matchup for him
it
because
is a bad matchup
Turner's a
because
stretch five, right? Like
yeah,
he's and it's just the Pacers are so fast and they run
and
and
that's
like it's just
I know, and so that's really hurt OKC. And then the other thing,
I mean look at the
offensively too,
Knicks.
it's hurt OKC in two ways. Not only defensively, but also offensively, because Hardenstein is so good at setting screens to free up Shea, and now that's gone. That's off the table now on the offense.
Well, because that's what like the
They
Pacers they
don't
run
have
you.
that.
Yeah,
They
I know,
don't.
but that like the Pacers just run you out of the gym, right? So like it's hard on
Yeah,
centers. That's
I know. I know.
it's just a bad matchup for him, you know. But like you're right, and they need Hardenstein. He's been so valuable for them all season, and he just hasn't been as good. But like I said, this is what happens, man.
I
Sigourney
know.
Weaver's the only one left. I'm telling you.
Yeah. Yep.
Pascal, he did manage to get 28 and 5 last night. I thought he got totally outplayed by Jalen Williams. And
Yeah.
I'll be honest, I credit Jalen for that. His defense has been outstanding. He completely shut Pascal down last night. I
Yep.
frustrated him. He was 6 for 15. Neesmith did nothing, but he's working so hard on defense.
Yeah.
Nemhard, same thing. He's
I
like
love him hard, man. I
I like
love that
Nemhard too,
dude.
man. He's just a
I
tough little pit
Oh
bull.
man, he's like a pit bull. You're right. I love
Yeah,
that dude,
he
and I
reminds
can't
me.
wait to see him on Team Canada.
I know. Well, I mean, we saw him last year, but no, I
I
mean, like
know.
he's playing with a lot of confidence. He's a
Yeah.
little bit of like, Bill Simmons coined this term. I like to use it a lot on, but the irrational confidence guy. You know, like it's a guy that's just like sometimes you need a guy like that on your team that like when he comes on the court, like he's just not afraid to jack him up, and
Right.
he can shoot you out of games at times, but he can also give you a huge lift if he's feeling it,
Like
right?
a modern day Ron Artest.
No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't. No, that's. It's more just like he's just like put him in and see if he's hot kind of guy. Like Mo Pete was kind of like that. I don't know,
Mm.
or
Vinny Johnson.
yeah. Well, yeah, Vinny Johnson was the pinnacle of that,
Yeah.
But yeah, he's just kind of like he's tough. He's not afraid. He's got
No.
some cojones, as they say. But yeah, I just like him. He's a gamer, man. He's a fucking gamer,
Yeah.
and he's not afraid to take big shots. He's honestly Fred VanVleet is a good comparison, like a young Fred VanVleet, because that's what Freddie brought the Raptors in those early days. Like
Yep.
he was just a tough role player that like if he had to take a big shot with a minute left, he was totally comfortable doing it, and he was just a pit bull on fucking defense, man.
Mhm.
It like what Nemhard is doing to Shea reminds me a lot, actually, of the way the Raptors guarded Steph Curry in that series because
Yeah.
they just deployed who else? Fred VanVleet on him, and
Yeah.
just said
It was always like a box and one,
basically, and he's
basically.
just like you're just gonna be like on him the entire time. Like, do
Yeah.
not like just don't. As soon as they they try to inbound the ball, you're picking him up 94 feet, and
Yep.
you're just gonna be in his jersey the entire time,
Yep.
leaning on him, hugging him, grabbing him, doing just do not let him go of your body. Just
Yep.
you know. And
And
obviously,
that's why in the last game it was interesting. The coaching staff's use of Shea in that first period. They sat him early,
yeah,
just partly to give him a break, but also to throw the rhythm off because they were too predictable, Eddie.
yeah.
And so now
Well, I think it was almost like when in hockey when they change shifts around to like to get the cross match that they want.
yeah,
Like
yeah,
I think he wanted to get him away from Andrew Nemhard for a couple
yeah,
of minutes. I mean, look, Shea still had 35 points. He's a great scorer, but
right,
Nemhard's making him work for everything, and
yeah,
that's
oh
all you can
yeah.
do against a special player like that, right?
Yeah.
And
And you know
um,
what's great is they're actually good friends.
oh yeah, they're teammates, man.
Yeah, I know. No,
But
but
not in this series.
they were in the same prep school or something like that. I forget which, but
Well, no. Well,
they have a
like,
history
look, they came up in the same
in the
circuit.
same program.
But
Yeah.
Nemhard actually went to school at Gonzaga with Chet Holmgren.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I did not know that.
yeah,
Oh,
they both went to
oh.
Gonzaga. But yeah, man, I look, the Pacers just they need more from Halliburton. You
Yeah,
know, uh, I mean, fuck, they had that game, man. They really did. I
I
thought they were
know.
going to win.
Hey, you know what? It's. I think this is Halliburton. In terms of Halliburton, that kid is so talented, Eddie. I love him. Not and he. I love the way he runs the offense. He makes
He's an
great
unselfish player,
passes.
man.
He's a terrific 3-point shooter. He hits big shots when he has to.
Didn't hit, wasn't good last night from the 3 point.
No, but I was going to say, but he also he's learning. This is his first experience in the finals, and I think that he's going to make mistakes.
Well,
I
he's
mean,
going up against like an absolute monster of a defense. Like
yeah, I
I
know.
don't think it can be understated how good OKC's defense is.
Oh, I know.
They're
I,
physical, they're long. Like it's just
what astounded me, well, you know what astounded me in the first quarter last night? Like they were down by, I don't know, 9 or something like that, and their defense was fantastic. And
yeah.
I'm like, how can you be down by 9?
Because the
Oh,
Pacers were their offensive execution was equally as sharp, and like
yeah.
some of the actions that they run, the movement on offense, like it really is great basketball.
Oh, it
And
really is.
and I know I tried to sell you on this last time we did a show, and you didn't buy it. I'm gonna try again. Like I give a lot of fucking credit to Rick Carlisle. I think
Yeah,
he is a
yeah.
really special offensive coach, and the work that he's done with this team, like they're doing some high level shit on
Yeah, they are.
offense,
Yep.
and it's a great offense. They're fast. They play with pace. They
Yep.
move the ball.
Yep.
They're unselfish, and it all stems. It's built around Tyrese because that's how he plays.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, no, I think that their offense is really really great, and
And Siakam has been a perfect fit. I mean,
yeah, again,
uh,
wasn't last night, but
oh, he had a rough night last night, but
the whole
but
team,
that's partly
like
because of Jalen Williams. So
yeah. Yeah, I mean, and again, like I say, he had a rough night. He had 28-5 in the finals. So,
yeah,
I mean, like he's a fucking great player, man. I love Pascal.
I do too.
Like I've always loved Pascal. It was time for him to go. It was time for a change for both parties. But yeah, you're
Yeah.
right. He's a great fit, and he's been awesome for this team in the playoffs.
And you know
Like
what's
he stepped
interesting?
up.
I don't have a stake other than the fact that I predicted OKC at the beginning of the year, but I don't really have a stake in this series.
No,
But what's great is both teams are fun to watch. Like this is, I hope it goes 7
yeah, me too. The
because
best.
it's
It's
fun
it's it's
basketball.
really good basketball. Now, I wanted to. That actually brings me to my next point. I wanted to ask about the ratings thing because like it's the rating. People were talking about it. Like obviously, it's two small market teams. Not a ton of name recognition. Even though Shea's going to MVP, like he's not the global superstar that LeBron James or Steph Curry or Kawhi Leonard or Giannis or Luca. Like it's just not the same, right? His name
Mhm.
doesn't like grandmas don't know who Shea Gilgeous-Alexander is, right? Like grandmas know who LeBron James and Luka Doncic
Yeah,
are, right? And
yeah.
so you're losing that kind of casual part of the fan base. To be honest, I think basketball nerds like me and you have all loved this series.
Oh God, yeah.
So yeah,
I mean, you know what? In terms of the ball movement, it kind of reminds me of that Spurs team many years ago. Uh,
2014.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
against the Heat,
yeah.
was it? Yeah, yeah, yeah,
It was the revenge year against the Heat because remember they lost in 2013
yeah.
when they had
Yes,
Game 6 and they blew it because Ray Allen hit a fluky
that's
putback
right.
three.
Yeah,
And then they win Game 6 and win Game 7, and the Spurs lost their chance to win the title. And then they
yeah,
come back next year and they kick their ass.
yeah. They did.
And then LeBron That was it. He left Miami. Yeah, no, I do remember that. And that's you're right. Like that's first team. The ball movement was fantastic. And we were talking on the phone. Like the level of basketball that's being played, it's really great.
Yeah.
So I want to ask you this. I didn't prep you for this, but what's the best final series in terms of like the quality of basketball? Not your favorite, not the most dramatic necessarily, because like I think there's been great series that were dramatic, but not necessarily like all that great. Like the
Hmm.
2010 Boston LA series, you know?
Hmm.
Like
Hmm.
it was a slugfest,
It was a slugfest.
you know?
It was not
Like
at times beautiful basketball,
right. Right.
but it was a
Um
great series. It was a
yeah,
great series.
it was a great series for sure. But like what's like I mean, yeah, I'm curious which ones come to your mind in recent memory.
Well, I mean, like I said, that Spurs team that beat the Heat uh,
2014.
is was just so beautiful to watch in terms of their offensive ball movement. It was just a thing of beauty, and I'd have to say one of the Golden State teams that beat the Cavs,
Yeah, but no,
maybe
but hold on. I don't think I think you're missing my point. I'm
what?
not asking about because like both those series that you're talking about weren't close, right? Like I'm talking about like an absolute two teams going at it. You know what I mean? In a battle because the Spurs wiped the floor with Miami, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
I
Oh, I thought
agree
you were
what you
talking.
mean, but like I agree with what you mean that the Spurs were playing high level basketball. But I'm talking like a great matchup like this where it's just like these two teams are just fucking throwing haymakers.
Mano a mano. Okay, well,
Like
let's see.
because mine was going to be 2016 when Cleveland beat Golden State in seven when they came back
Yeah,
from 3-1
yes.
and the LeBron block and like the Kyrie three at the end of Game Seven that whole
Yeah,
thing. That was a pretty iconic series.
yeah. That was
Um,
that was pretty good.
weirdly,
Um,
I gotta say this one's going to sound weird, but I thought 2021 Phoenix and Milwaukee was a
oh,
was a really good series.
oh,
What?
God, I hate both those teams.
Well, I know, but it was just like fuck,
No,
man. There was some great shot making in that series. I
no, no.
mean, 2019 with the Raps and Golden State, the Golden State just kind of got hurt, and
Yeah,
by the end, it was like Quinn Cook was playing 29 minutes a night. So, uh, I
still, it was. I know it ranks up there just
well,
because.
yeah, in
Hey,
recent memory.
it's our team,
Well,
buddy.
yeah, I know, but we got to be bipartisan, Dad. This isn't.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Uh,
I'd have to say, I'd say one of the Boston LA series, with Magic against Larry,
okay, well,
uh,
now you're going way back to the 80s.
86, maybe 85 or 86. No,
Yeah,
85
86. I think it
Houston
was
won.
86,
86, 87.
86 and 87 was that was the peak.
Yeah.
Is the Celtics won in 86.
And the Lakers won in 87.
I think yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And then
And
they
then
won again in
yeah, but they beat the
80.
Pistons in 88
They beat the Pistons in 88, and then they
and then
lost to the Pistons in
in
89.
89 and then the Pistons beat the Blazers
Yeah.
and then the Bulls beat the
Bulls beat
Lakers
the,
and then, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, look, I mean, it is one of the best matchups we've had in the finals in a while. That's basically the point I'm making.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
like it's not '05 Spurs and Pistons with like a 72-68 final.
No.
You know? Yeah. Anyway, okay. I do want to shift gears here a little bit because I want to finish up with just talking about some potential Kevin Durant moves because it looks like we talked about Giannis going to the Raptors. It looks like he's probably going to stay, like at least from what I've been reading.
In Milwaukee?
Yeah. Yeah,
Oh
that's
my
that's what
God.
all the latest stuff is. He's probably going to stay, but Kevin Durant's definitely getting traded because
Yeah.
Phoenix is fuck fucked. So
Yeah.
and it's tough. Like the first question I'll ask is where do you think he's going to go? The second question
I
I'll
read
ask is how much do you think that they can get for him? Because I
I
don't think the
read
return's going to be all that high.
I think I read somewhere that the Heat are interested.
The Heat are always interested.
So that would be an interesting matchup.
Why? Where would
Well,
that put Miami if you had Bam Adebayo and Kevin Durant and Tyler
well,
Hero?
he's basically replacing Jimmy, right? I mean, like,
And sorry, I mean, I guess the East is bad, but like that's a fucking 6 or 7 seed. Like
yeah.
Tyler Hero and Kevin Durant and Bam Adebayo. Come on, I think that's silly.
Where
No,
do you
I
think?
think he's got to go to
Where
Spurs.
do you think he's going to go?
The Spurs.
Oh, the Spurs.
I think he's got to go to Spurs
Hmm.
because they could get him for they could keep Wemby, Steph Castle, De'Aaron Fox. Like they keep all those guys. They have
Yeah.
picks. They don't have a ton of picks because they traded some for Fox, but they do have
Right.
picks. They have Devin Vassell. You
Yeah,
know,
the second pick in the draft.
there you go. Trade the second pick in the draft and Devin Vassell. But to be honest with you, I don't even think Kevin Durant is worth that.
No.
Like you could get him for Devin Vassell and like
He's
and
what,
someone else.
37 now? Like, I mean, come on. He's got
Yeah,
two,
exactly.
maybe 2 years left.
Right. And
I
Phoenix
mean,
is going like, well, like like they're going, oh, like we paid $20 for this guy, so we want to resell him for $20.
yeah.
But he was worth 15 when you bought him for 20,
Yeah.
and now
Now he's worth 10.
now he's worth 10.
Yeah.
And they're like, we want 20. It's like, no, well, you're gonna get 10.
Yeah.
You're gonna get $10 back, right, on this return. And that's just the reality of what they have to accept. And
Yep.
it's kind of funny. I hate the Phoenix Suns, so
I hate the Phoenix Suns.
and Matt Ishbia has just completely fucked that team.
I know.
The Bradley Beal trade is the one that's just
Yeah.
absolutely. It's just indefensible. Like, how can
I
you
know. I
trade all
feel
those
sorry for
picks?
Devin Booker. I really do. I
I don't
really,
feel bad for Devin Booker.
kind of, I do,
He
but
should go to the Pistons. He should ask out. Go to the Pistons.
yeah, he should.
He's a Michigan boy. He's from
Yeah.
Detroit.
Yeah.
They haven't like imagine him pairing with Cade and like all their young talent that they have.
Oh,
Like
he'd be a perfect fit, man.
perfect fit in Detroit, and they could fucking be a really really good team.
Well, he'd be like, what's his name who went to Cleveland, you know?
LeBron,
No. No, the guy after that.
Donovan Mitchell.
There you go.
Yeah, that's pretty.
He'd be kind of a guy like that. Yeah, no, I think, well, yeah, Durant probably is a better fit in San Antonio. Yeah, I could
Yeah,
see that.
Houston's another one too. Like just a young team that's like ready to take a step up. You know.
Yeah?
Wow, you just blew my mind there. What do you give up?
Well, that's it. I don't know.
Miles Turner and
Turner
a couple
and,
picks and
yeah,
probably
yeah,
Nemhard, Turner, and to match the contract and a couple picks. See,
yeah.
I'm not doing that if I'm the Pacers. I'm saying sorry.
Yeah,
Like
no, I mean, I wouldn't do it.
I wouldn't do it.
No.
And like I love Kevin Durant. I've always been like a Kevin Durant truther. You know, I know you've been back and forth over his career. I
Yeah,
mean, he's had some really, really high highs, man. And like, I think it's indisputable. He's one of the 20 greatest players ever to play the game.
I agree.
In one of those 10 to 20 spots, you can pick whatever one you want.
Yeah.
But, um,
17.
he's also had a complicated career and he's like a strange career, to be honest. And,
Yeah. I've never really liked the guy. I
oh,
mean,
come on. You were a
I
big
liked
fan
him
when he was
I liked
on,
him. I loved him when he was on Golden State. I have to
you
say,
loved him when he was on OKC too, those early years.
I did. I liked him when he was on OKC.
Those like yeah, which was like the first 10 years of his career. The second half of his career, I mean, where he really fucked up is
He's been a gunslinger, right? So
well, he's yeah, a higher well, I mean, he chose Brooklyn and he chose Kyrie Irving at a
that's
time when
true.
Kyrie Irving was not in a stable place in his mental mind state. And
No.
I mean, he signed with the black sheep of the fucking New York area, man. Like
Yeah, yeah,
fuck do you think was gonna happen? And then he wanted to team up with James Harden again, fat James Harden from Houston. Like you know, so and he got Steve Nash fired, and like it was just like but you know, I'll be honest with you. I blame Draymond Green. He fucked up his whole career. He like
yeah,
that moment against the Clippers when they got in that fight and Draymond lost his mind and absolutely just screamed. Who knows what I'd love to know what he said.
yeah,
No one will ever know what he said, but he said something on that night that
yeah,
just completely like fucked Katie's head up forever, honestly.
yeah, yeah.
And he played the rest. That's the real reason why that team lost to the Raptors. It wasn't the injuries. It was because the locker room was broken. KD had one foot out the door. He's like, fuck this, man. I hate these guys. You know, because Draymond's a dick, basically.
Yeah.
So anyway, like not to go down a Kevin Durant rabbit hole, but all that is to say he can still fill it up, but he can't be your number one guy anymore. It's almost like
No.
LeBron.
I don't think he can be in your number two. I think he's maybe your number three.
Well, that's why he'd be perfect on the Spurs.
Right.
They have Fox and they have Wembanyama.
Yeah. So
Right?
yeah.
So it's like, oh, Katie, here's what you don't have to guard anybody. All you got to do is like show
Oh,
these guys.
here's one for you. Utah.
See, Utah's not.
They're not there yet.
They're not, and they don't have a top 5 pick.
But with Cooper, I mean,
Well, they don't have Cooper.
oh right, yeah, they do. Utah has a number one.
No, they don't.
Oh,
Dallas.
fuck, that's right. Dallas does. That's right. Oh, that's right. Yeah, Utah got screwed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They trade the prodigy, and then they get the number 1 pick a month and a half later. It's nothing short of dubious.
Yeah. Uh, I know. Um, Speaking of dubious, the draft is coming up in a week or two.
Okay, that's what they
And
call a
what do you think?
transition.
Do you
No,
think
what do
there's
they
going to be
call it?
any blockbuster trades before or during that?
Kyle Kuzma to Charlotte.
Oh,
No, look, oh, no, I don't think Giannis is getting traded. Not that early. Let's see. I mean, like, look, there have been rumblings that there's going to be some movement this year. I actually wouldn't be shocked if Philly traded out of their pick.
I think I've heard rumors about that.
Paul George in three. It's like if you could say to Phoenix, let's say, hey, you know what? We'll give you Paul George and the number three pick.
Right,
You give us Kevin straight up. And it's like you get a high prospect in a really good draft.
right.
And Paul
And
George, you got to
Paul
take
George.
on his money, but like whatever. I mean, if he's healthy,
Yeah.
he can still at least play on an NBA court. I think, right?
Kinda. Sometimes.
Well, I
Yeah.
mean, like, look, like
Once in a while. Yeah.
KD's got 2 years left, right? And so, what are you? I don't know. I could see maybe that being, and then you're just taking one last swing and saying, Joel, we got you KD. He's better than Paul George at this point. Well, I mean, he always has been. And it's like he's gonna work hard every day and he's gonna show up and he's gonna hoop, right? And there's gonna be no distractions. Well, there's gonna be distractions, but
What are you talking about? It's Philly.
well, it's Durant too.
It's Durant and I mean Joel. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
I mean
I
that
just
guy's
meant
a
compared to Paul George, Durant,
oh my
there's no
God, that team.
distractions because Paul George is
And then you have
walking
Nick Nurse
distraction.
as the fucking coach. I mean
Right,
that
right.
so
What's your thoughts on
dysfunctional.
him? Have you soured on Nick Nurse the way I have?
I've been, you know what? I loved Nick when he was winning championships, but and even the year after, and even the
Hasn't had a
year after
really good
that.
season as a coach in like since 2019, since his
Yeah,
first year.
yeah.
Like he won the title and he's pretty much sucked. Actually, no, that's not true. The year
Well,
afterwards,
the year after was he was great as well. I
okay.
mean,
So the first 2 years of his career, he was good, and then everything since then has been a who's who of human crap.
no, because there was one year after that, so it was like 2 years after the championship at
They made the
2021.
playoffs.
2021. That was the last
Yeah,
good year that
yeah, yeah, yeah. True.
he was a good coach.
Well,
And
I
then
mean, they made the playoffs, but they were
after
a
that,
five
then
seed.
it just like fell off the cliff because he started to use then he got rigid in his coaching, and he
Yeah,
got
he
cocky.
turned into a fucking dick, man.
Yeah, he turned
Started hanging
into
out with Nate Bjorkson. Yeah. Remember that guy? That was the Pacers head, Nate Bjorkson, who's the Pacers head coach, and it was
oh
like
yeah,
the
yeah.
worst coaching stint in the history of the league. And they
Yeah,
basically said he was like the Fuhrer, basically, and just being a complete asshole to everybody in the building.
right.
And he gets fired, and then like 3 weeks later, it's like, yeah, Nate Bjorkson joining Nick Nurse's staff again. It's like, wait, what?
Wait, what?
Guy was the worst head coach in history. What the fuck? Maybe like let him go and hang out on a beach somewhere for a year. Maybe
Yeah,
take some time off.
yeah,
I don't know, man. Yeah, that became a strange one.
yeah,
Well, we'll see. Yeah, I can see Philly doing something. Utah's another one too, where like
yeah,
they got to do something, man. They really do
yeah.
because they have no prospect. Like they have picks, but like shit, like to have the season they had last year and to have the fifth pick in the draft.
Yeah, but you know what? I know that
Because
sucks.
like, especially because it's like it's a 4-player draft.
Yeah, and
After Edgecombe at four,
they deserve to have the number two pick.
after Edgecombe at four, it drops off.
Yeah,
So it's just tough.
yeah.
Like I wonder if they're like, you know what, fuck it, let's get aggressive and try to move up to two. Because like I could see the Spurs trading the pick as well.
Yeah.
You
Oh
know,
yeah. Yeah.
and like I said, in a Kevin Durant trade, like a win now kind of move. Because the
Yeah.
other thing is the second best player in the draft is clearly Dylan Harper,
Yeah.
who's a point guard.
Right.
And they just traded the farm for Darren Fox.
Right.
I
What
guarantee
else is
you,
that?
when they made that trade, they did not expect to be getting the number two pick in the draft this year.
No.
So, I mean, what do you do? Do you take him anyway and just say
Yeah,
fuck
you
it,
take them and then you trade them.
or do you just trade the pick,
Oh yeah, you could.
right? Or do you take him and you say fuck it, we'll take the talent, we'll figure it out.
I think you take them, but you work out a trade before. Like I think you
That's called
have to.
trading the pick.
Yeah. Trade.
But you can take him, but you trade him before you take him. Yeah, you trading
Yeah.
the pick.
Yeah. Trade the pick.
Yeah, we'll see. I could see them moving out of their spot. I could definitely see Philly making a trade. Who knows
Hmm.
what the Raptors will do?
Hmm.
They're gonna do something. Did they get antsy and say, "Here's hey Philly, here's 9 and R.J. Barrett and Grady Dick for the third pick in the draft,
Yeah,
and we'll
interesting.
take Paul George's money and we'll draft VJ Edgecombe." I don't know,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And you have to take on Paul George's money. Oh,
Oh
fuck. I don't know if I will,
God.
actually. Hey, before we
Oh
go, did you
God,
see
just the
that?
thought of that makes me vomit in my mouth.
Did you see that Victor Wembanyama is hanging out at a Shaolin temple?
I did see that.
He's bald now. He went
Yep.
bald already. Oh, he didn't go bald until he was like, I don't know, 25, 26.
Yeah. I
He's
know.
going
Yeah.
bald already.
I know. It's crazy.
And he's hanging out with monks,
Yeah.
learning how to connect his mind, body, and soul.
Yep.
Good God.
You
Like,
know what? I mean,
the
that you
league
know
is
what you
lost.
know what that kind of reminds me of, like kind of Kareemish. Kareem used to do stuff like that.
Careful. Careful.
No, seriously,
Careful.
Kareem did some interesting
Oh, I
meditation
know he
stuff.
did, but I'm just saying that's a big name to be comparing someone to so early in their career. Like Kareem is like off limits, man.
I just mean in terms of
Hey,
his
look, here's the crazy
preparation,
thing,
his
Dad.
mental preparation, and his spiritual preparation, and his
Yep.
physical preparation were all linked, right?
Here's the
And
thing, though, Dad. I don't think you're totally off base for that comparison. I think if he stays healthy, like who knows?
yeah,
This guy's like,
yeah,
and again, Kareem's Kareem,
yeah.
but this kid is that special. So we'll
Yeah,
see.
I know,
We'll see.
and he's got something that Kareem was never really good at, and that's 3-point shooting.
Well, I mean, Kareem would
Because
have been a
because
good three
the
point
three
shooter in
point
today's
shot didn't really exist
exactly.
in
Yeah,
most of Kareem's career.
big men didn't shoot back then. If
No.
Kareem played now, he would have been a great 3 point. He probably would have been doing sky hooks from the 3 point line.
Yeah, yeah,
You know,
absolutely. Yeah.
I just hope he goes down the Kareem path with this whole mind body soul thing, and not the like Aaron Rodgers doing mushrooms in a cave in Montana
No,
route.
no, I think this is legit. Sounds legit.
You see Aaron Rodgers sign with the Steelers.
Yes, I did.
I still have the jersey.
The Jets jersey?
1 second.
Your Rogers Jets jersey? What a loser. What a fucking loser.
Well, I have it.
And
I
and
wear.
and
I still wear it frequently.
and I can't believe that Pittsburgh would be so stupid.
Well, we were. My Jets
Yeah,
were.
that's true. So
I called you when they signed him, Dad, when he did that Pat McAfee show and said he signed. I called you. I was like, the Jets are going to win the Super Bowl. Let's go.
I know.
Fuck me. That's why I wanted a jersey for my birthday. All I want for my birthday is Aaron Rodgers.
What a loser.
Oh man, yeah, that just
Oh
was
man.
horrible.
So now who do the Jets have as quarterback then?
Justin Fields, baby.
Oh my
Let's
God.
go. I've
Justin
already talked
Fields.
myself into it. Look, he played with Garrett Wilson in college. You know,
Oh
I
God.
do like I do
He
like
was a
that
bum on the Bears. Come on.
and the Steelers last year. Yeah, no, I know it's tough, but they do have so much talent, and so if they could just get somebody to fucking play quarterback properly, who knows? I do like their coaching change because I'll wait. Okay, you good? 3, 2, 1. Yeah, no, I do
Yep.
like their coaching change because Bob Salah's out, and they brought in Aaron Glenn, the old DC from the Lions, so um, he's a really good coach, and he used to play for the Jets.
I like Bob.
Bob Salah.
I like Bob Salen. I
Oh
thought
my God.
yeah,
Well,
I
you clearly
like
never
him.
watched a Jets game in the last 2 years. That guy was a fucking moron. Oh man, Bob Salah was a disaster. He sucks. He's never getting a head coaching job again ever. But Aaron Glenn knows what he's doing, man. Yeah, fucking Bob
Does he?
Salah.
Okay.
Yeah, no. Aaron Glenn's a good coach. All right, we got to wrap this up. Oh yeah, okay. Do you have an NBA media corner?
No, I was looking and I couldn't find anything.
Did you see that Stephen A was caught on video during the third quarter? I think it was the third quarter, playing solitaire on his phone
No, I
in
didn't
the
see.
building last night. Yeah, they were on the set, right? And somebody's recording it, and
Right.
you see them playing, right? And they're playing.
Yeah.
The game's going on, and it pans down, and Stephen A's on
Right.
his phone playing solitaire.
Well, okay.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, and they're paying him millions of dollars too.
He's such a fucking clown. Do you think he's gonna weasel his
Yeah,
way
he's a clown.
into the Inside the NBA show and be like, I'm gonna just come on like every now and then and just like say hi and just show my face? I think he is. Guaranteed.
I'm sure he'll be
Oh, he will
around.
be on that show. it's
Yeah,
there's
maybe.
no doubt in my mind he will be on that show at some point.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll see what happens there. So you got nothing? No Doris Burke quotes this week? Nothing?
Nah, got nothing. You?
Mike Breen. I feel like the calls have been so. Breen's always good. Like
Yeah.
Breen, he can bring it. But yeah. Anyway, we went a little
I
long
was
today, but
I was I was listening to the broadcast, and you're right. Like Mike still brings it, but um, uh, Richie Jefferson is kind of, and Doris Burke is talking too much. Like
you know the thing I
she
hate about
goes
Doris
off on
Burke?
these tangents, and
Yeah. No, go ahead.
I mean I love Doris Burke, but she's just going off on these tangents, and she's talking too much, and it's just like, come on, Doris, just let him play.
Kind
Like,
of sounds like me on our podcast. No, but you know the thing I hate about Doris, she calls them by their first names.
yeah,
Look at this shot by Andrew. It's like, like what? Are we like fucking college buddies with these guys?
yeah,
Like, call them by
yeah,
their last names. Like Kobe, sure. LeBron,
yeah,
Michael,
yeah,
Shaq, fine. But
yeah,
you know, like, don't call Aaron Neesmith Aaron. Call him Neesmith. Be a
yeah,
fucking professional.
yeah, exactly.
Like, we're not hanging out with these guys at the bar. I don't know. Maybe that's just the grumpy NBA purist in me, but like, I hate when she does that. She does
Yeah,
like, oh, look at that move by Pascal. It's like, like, fuck, man. The name's like, no, because here's the thing: for a casual, it's the NBA Finals. For a casual fan, right? The name is on the back of the jersey. It's
yeah.
the last name. So, like,
I know,
if
I
you
know.
say, oh, look at that move by Pascal, like,
They
Joe
don't know
Blow's
who's.
girlfriend or aunt or
Yeah,
whoever who's watching basketball for the first time all year is gonna go, who the fuck is Pascal?
yeah,
And
yeah.
then, oh no, it's Siakam. Oh, well, why don't you just say Siakam? Because she's an idiot. That's why. All right, let's go. We gone way too long. It's the finals, so we did a
All
little.
right. Yep.
See you, Dad.
Yep.